Hello and welcome back to part 2 of A Normal Lost Phone. I actually got the title of the game mixed up in the first part. It's not another Lost Phone, this was, I think I also mixed up the order of the game. So I think another Lost Phone and then something like Laura Story or something like that was the one I played many years ago. And this is probably the first game actually, which I haven't played yet, so that makes things a bit more clear. Alright, anyway, I also, what is called, what I want to say, I also realized that the last episode had no music, which isn't a problem per se. But I also don't know why it switched off. I simply lowered the volume, but doesn't matter. Got some music in the background now, made it a bit more quiet so I can actually hear myself talking. And yeah, let's get into it. So, we were discovering emails. And I was clever and wrote down which email is the last one, which I had already forgotten because I played it yesterday. So it's Fiore Vitolo, and he has an attachment there. Multiple. Okay, MP3s, interesting. So, dear Miss Vitolo, here are my suggestions for the sequences you sent. I've numbered them in the same order as the sequences if you sent me. So, this attachment called Sam Loudnote. Okay, I can download them and then they get added to some kind of audio library, so let's check it out. Is this in the gallery? No, it's not in the gallery. Is this music? No. Okay, here are the songs. Where is the audio library? Strange. Very strange. Okay. It has a symbol of the music app. So... Oh, here. Alright, it's really there. Guess it's more background music? Alright. Just start from the beginning. Okay. Let's see. It's perfect. We'll send the second transfer in 30 days. Alright. Then we get another message from him. We've listened carefully to the demo you sent out. We wish to make you an offer and have you as a composer for projects in the near future. We're just sorting out the administration at the moment and we need your address to send you a contract offer. Please don't hesitate to get back to us if you have any questions. We hope to hear from you soon and continue our collaboration. We would be delighted to count you among our composers for animated movies and video clips. Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much. Then his address. So he lives in 54 Peace Street. We have finished the required paperwork and sent you a contract at the address you provided. Please read it carefully and if you agree, send it back to us filled in with any missing information, your bank account details and signature. Please don't forget to provide your account info so that we can send you your first transfer. If there you have any questions, okay, please don't hesitate to get in touch. The Metro theme with some weird spelling errors, grammar errors, continues apparently. Thank you very much for your response, it's great to hear. I confirm that I've received your letter, have filled out the contract and sent it back to you. contract received. The first transfer will be sent in 30 days. Incidentally, we would also be interested in other compositions. I've sent a flash drive to your address with film sequences in need of sound. Could you make suggestions for those? I've received your flash drive. I'm getting to work on it right now. Get some work here. Lovebirds. Ah yeah, okay, just another. You got a message, and then we need to figure out the password. Okay, greetings, welcome to Lovebirds. Be ready for new adventures. Lots of love, your Lovebirds team. Okay, Victoria. To Victoria. Hi Victoria, I realized we haven't talked in a really long time while I feel a little guilty. How are you doing? What's going on? It's going alright on my end. I'm a bit sad I'm not going to music school and seeing you anymore, but I'm still playing the harp and composing. I'm writing because I wanted your opinion about something. I have someone from Loudnote called Fiore Vitolo who contacted me to offer me the opportunity to make music for them. I'm super excited. I think it's crazy awesome that someone wants to pay me for my music. I even find it too crazy, and I've been wondering if it's some kind of online scam, like people pretending to be Loudnote or something. They've asked for my address. Maybe it's to rob my home. Valid concerns? Hello Sam, I was super glad to hear from you. You're right, we haven't seen each other in a while, like since the June concert actually. It's awesome about the Loudnote thing. I'm happy for you. It's a really great opportunity. And to reassure you, I just asked a friend who works at Loudnote. He knows Fiore Vitolo, and it's not a scam. They really want to pay you for your music. That's handy if you know someone at the company where you suspect that they scam you. On my end is all well. I've joined the Ouropolis University in Musicology. It's really great. I pay for school by giving harp lessons. There's more demands than I'd have thought. It's cool. It pays pretty well. Many kisses and keep up the good work. I'll let you know if I'm ever in Melren. Okay. Then the Viore guy again. That's his introduction here, because we are going against the chronological order, but doesn't matter. Hello Sam, my name is Fiore Vitolo and I work for Loudnote. My job is to find talented musicians willing to collaborate to compose original soundtracks to movie productions. At the... Okay, I'm too much. At the moment, I'm looking. I still think about if it's actually... it's meant to be that way, because it makes the emails actually a bit more realistic, because people do occasionally do some mistakes, especially changed words, because the spell check might not detect it actually, especially if it's 2016, because they were not as advanced as now. So maybe it's not a mistake per se from the developers. Anyway, at the moment looking for music for the next animated feature by the Selfless Cookie Studio. I discovered your music on your website today and I'm really impressed. I'd love to bring your name up with the director. Would you agree to compose a 100-second long demo for a relatively sad scene? We were thinking of something similar to your song Blue. Hello, Miss Vitolo. I am truly honored by your offer. Working for the Selfless Cookie Studio would be a dream come true to me. There's a demo as requested. I composed it really quickly and excitedly. I hope it meets your expectations. Please tell me if you had something else in mind. I can rework it quickly if you need me to. Yeah, Sam, don't be... I mean, it worked out in the end, as we already know, but... don't be that needy. Have some self-confidence there. Not that I have more, but I can give advice without following it. Then Alice. Hey Alice, you know, it really helped talking to you yesterday. I've always been there for you, even if if I must admit, I was surprised by a big confession. You know you can always count on me. Have you talked to Melissa again? Are you really awesome, Alice? I tried talking to Melissa, but she doesn't want to ever hear about me again. I feel so bad. Call me, I think I still need to talk. Yeah, you fucked up, boy. Okay, then urgent to Alice. Alice, I've tried to call you 30 times and you won't answer. I gotta talk to you about something serious, about Melissa. Gah, sorry, my phone was on silent. Meet me at the park in 30 minutes. Then Alice again. Hey Sam, I'm really sorry my phone broke during the holiday and I lost your number. A friend just let me borrow an old phone. I've sent a message to the board game club to get your email address back to finally write to you. I hope it didn't worry too much and that you still think of me as a friend. Alice, you're alive! Did you keep the same number? Can you write to each other and send texts? Yeah, I kept the same number. The bad news is the keyboard on the phone I'm borrowing is completely broken, so I can't send texts. So since I'm glued to my PC all the time, I'd rather we write emails. The good news is, calling is fine, I still have my unlimited plan. Call me so I get your number back. Photos from Melissa apparently. Download. Okay, but we can already see what it's about, so birthday and harp apparently. Okay, thanks her. Then we got a photo of Sam and Melissa apparently. Okay. Let's check. I'll finish the emails first. So, from East Marin School. Dear students, please don't forget that on Monday we will be taking the class photos like every year. Please do your best to attend school on this day and bring your best smile along, as well as decent clothes. Remember that hats, bonnets, baseball caps, tricorn hats, barrets, tribal masks, sombreros, helms, Viking helmets, bowler hats, fez top hats, caps, sunglasses, purses, or other accessories that are not strictly necessary will not be allowed. They got some experience there. They apparently tried everything and I fully get it. Thinking back to my school days, I should have worn more top hats and tri hats to any kind of photo op. Anyway, then from BU forum, alright, account activated. Hello something. Welcome to BU. We are sending this email because you have signed up to our discussion forums. You make us very happy by being an active member. Best wishes, your friends at BU forums. You received this email to confirm. Okay, standard disclaimer. BU forum sounds to me like maybe something about his bisexuality, like his gay side. That might be some support forum or discussion forum about strictly that, because it sounds like it could be something else, but I suspect it's that. From Music School of Marin. Dear students, this is a friendly reminder for your upcoming concert that will take place on the 28th of June at Stonewall Auditorium at 7 p.m. Students are requested to arrive to the auditorium 3 hours earlier, that is to say at 4 p.m. for the sound tests and dressing up. Please go through the staff gate that you will find at the back of the building on Freedom Road. Inform the staff that you are a student from the Marin Municipal School of Music. Best regards, Professor Henry Kaplan. Then we got sent emails. Okay, that's not the same apparently as the inbox. I would have thought that every email. Maybe if we didn't get an answer, because we should have so found. Did we read those emails? Anyway, okay. That's about the sickness from Alice. Yeah, and we got that. Okay. I think we can ignore all sent emails. Yeah, but if the only one we needed to look up would be if there wasn't an answer. Because we already read all those. There's no drafts there, but we have something in the trash. Westbank, online exclusive. Congratulations, you have been selected to receive one of our exclusive loans at very low interest rates, especially for our best customers. You can borrow up to $10,000 to fill your dreams, help those beloved ones who might be in trouble. Buy a new car, renew your house, or finally go on those holidays you have been dreaming on for so long. Interested, get in contact with one of our agents and they will start the process today so you can receive your money in 24 hours. Malte Ziska, donation. My dear, my name is Malte Ziska and I want to donate a big amount of money to your organization. I believe in a better world and I think that your organization is working very hard. Please get back in touch with me so I can make the donation and help you. Yeah. From Dr. Tobias Lutz Overath. Read carefully, urgent. Hello, I hope you're well. I write to you in the name of Miss Nikolai Barbosa, who is in deep troubles and needs your help carefully. Miss Nikolai Barbosa lives in a farm with her 4 children and all her animals have been killed. Her fields have been also devastated. It happened only some days ago after a big light came from the sky at night when Mrs. Nikolai Barbosa and her family were sleeping. The light also killed Zulu, the canary of the family. Please help them by sending this email to all of our contacts. In the next weeks I will send you an application that you have to run in your computer so you can connect with them and know that you are helping them. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. Makes sense to delete those. So this apparently is Sam. So he has some darker skin and his very fair-skinned ex-girlfriend Melissa, who is a redhead or orange-head maybe, not sure. This is him playing the harp. He looks very, very happy. And oh yeah, he really has blue hair apparently. Might also be black and it's just lighting. So he's apparently not this guy. He's not actually. So Sam has probably taken the photo and is not visible in the frame. Ah, okay, and that's his grandpa or dad's birthday, maybe. So it also doesn't look like Sam, but maybe. Oh well. Okay, so I'd say the next thing we need to figure out is the Lovebirds password. So that is there are many different combinations, but I think the best thing we can do is head to the okay, let's check the weather. Okay, it's 11 degrees and light rain, which is, apart from the rain at the moment, pretty exactly what I have in my area here. I just was outside, was shopping. Okay, so we got a few zip codes here. I wonder if those become important. Let's keep that in mind. They're probably there for some reason. So why don't I see the... here's the calendar, okay. Thought it was blind. So the first obvious possible password would be this. So 31/01/2016. 31/01/2000. Oh, it's apparently a 4-digit password. So maybe leave out the year. That didn't work. And 2016? Nope. 2015? No, of course not. Then next thing, okay. Next thing that comes to mind is, are any really important dates? Movie with Melissa, so maybe 5/12. Let's see. 5/12. Nope. Movie date wasn't as important apparently. So what do we have? I mean, board games? Nah. Mafixam. Maybe something connected to his music. Movie with Melissa, book festival, Dad's birthday, Melissa's plane departure, party with Melissa. Let me brute force it a bit. What I'll do is I take a photo with his phone, with my phone of his phone, the calendar entries. I just need the green marks. And then I simply try those out. Let's see. It's a bit of a hassle to do them all, but I figured that might actually be one of the faster ways to do this. Here I have it. So, first one is 2, 12. No, then 5 and 6. 6, 12. I mean, it could be something entirely different, but who knows? Okay. I'll pause the video here and I'll be back after I tried them all. Alright, I'm back and I'm still locked out of the account. So apparently that wasn't the solution. Now it might actually get a bit more complicated. Oh, let's I have one thought. When did he actually register? Lovebirds here. Profile activation is on the 7th of January, so it couldn't have been any date prior to that anyway. It could be theoretically, but doubt it. The question is, when did they both have their fallout? So I guess I'm wondering if he activated the account in response to breaking up with Melissa. So yeah, the last one was 10 days prior, so he suffered a bit for himself and then decided, oh well, I need someone new, I guess. Yeah, we cannot enter any websites here just yet. It's a little bit weird. So what could he have done there? What password could he have chosen? What's important to him? I was stumped. Because there are so many messages, it's hard to think of a specific one. Yeah, it's hard to think what exactly he might have chosen there. You know what? I don't think it makes much sense for me to record me searching through the messages and find it. So I'll pause it again and I'll be back when I know the answer. So goodbye for now. I'm back and I'm pretty proud of myself to say that I didn't cheat. I didn't look it up online. I know I could have, but I didn't. And I was on the right track for the number at the start actually. because I'm from Germany, and the date from it we normally use is day, month, and year. But since this guy is either from Mexico or America, they apparently use it month, day, and then year or something like that. So it was his birthday, the 31st of January, but switched. So 01 and then 31. But anyway, we are in the Lovebirds app. So there's his profile. He describes himself as, I'm a nice 18-year-old boy with blue eyes. I love board games, jazz and good movies, but I'm not much of a reader. I've just come out of a long and complicated relationship. I don't know what I'm looking for yet, maybe true love. I don't really know if I can find that sort of thing on the internet, but you never know. What I'm not looking for is people who are liars. I really don't like lies. Why do people lie so much? Oh boy, that boy has some baggage. Well, I do admit I lie every now and then, especially to my mom. It's for her own sake. If she knew what I was up to, she would freak out. And you, dear profile reader, do you lie occasionally, but to avoid hurting someone's feelings? I don't think this is the best thing you should write in a dating profile. For me, it looks like a lot of emotional baggage, and that might scare others away, actually. So, people you may love. So there's some recommendations from the app. Let's look. Her Mimi mind something. 20-year-old female. A pepper pot looking for a salt shaker to spice up her life. Okay, that doesn't sound like love. And what I'm... The logo of the Lovebirds app seems curious because they look a lot like one of the angels, at least it's had from Evangelion, if I remember correctly. So Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's familiar for sure. So, Mao-Ed Love. 32-year-old female. Yeah, bit old. A bird that loves a great wide open sky, but not cages. That sounds like she wants an open relationship. And then Eselk. Eselk has not yet completed her profile. Okay. The recommendations truly suck. Those people write nearly nothing there. Read my messages. From Susie Total. Oh my god, we have so much in common, and I like guys with blue eyes. But honestly, when I read your profile, I was like, oh my god. I like board games also. Okay, I haven't played for like years, but I used to like them. Oh boy, okay, every few minutes a new message. I also lie sometimes, like I lied to my ex, but it was because I didn't want to hurt him, because he isn't the kind of guy who likes truth anyway. And guess what? I'm not much of a reader either, but I've seen all the series. Okay, sometimes I read like magazines on my phone or tablet when I'm at the office, but books are boring, except one that I read once, but it was just that about the life of a top model, like based on her life, and that was cool. I learned a lot. Hello? Understandable that he really doesn't answer. Oh boy. Hello, I like your profile, from Gina here. Sorry I didn't see your message last night. Thank you. Can I look at her profile? Doesn't look like I can. Tell me something about yourself. What are you reading right now? Oh, nothing. I don't like reading all that much. It's in my profile. I thought you read it. No. Yeah, that didn't work out. From Edelweiss. Yeah, being German comes handy sometimes. You've piqued my curiosity. What did you lie to your mom about? Let's see. I didn't exactly tell her the whole truth about where I'm going. Oh, big secrets. The places you go must be very special if you won't tell your mom. I'm definitely super curious right now. Tell me everything. What's your big secret, something? I'm not going to tell you. I'd love to be a fly in the wall to hear your conversations with your mom and try to work out the truth from your lies. Haha, I'm a detective. Yes, she has some weird vibe. I don't know. And that's the welcome message. Yeah, from as all apps do. So those are the messages for something. So that's the female, it's the hetero version, so the straight version. Now go to the, oh, there's another password and let's see if it's, okay, I hope I can use the same one. No. Why did I mix it? What? Ah, shit. I actually thought it might be the case. I wasn't sure. So these are more or less different apps. Yeah, I need another password. That is so mean. That is so mean. Do I try the same? Okay. Um, I'm gonna excuse myself again, and let's try to figure that out off screen. Well, brute forcing also worked here. It was 1219, I think it was. Let's see what happened on the date. So here, the book festival apparently. Okay, all right, and the book festival, which also makes sense because it wasn't actually book festival. It was something else, and I don't think we know yet. Maybe we will know now. Let's see. Oh. Oh. That is something unexpected. I thought he was simply gay. But he apparently is, I think, transgender or cross-dressing. I'm not sure. But he has a dating profile as a girl. Okay. And I think he or she now, I'm not sure, okay, call me, apparently has the same, yeah, and the only difference is I haven't put a picture on my profile because I feel uncomfortable with my looks, but maybe I'll share one with you someday. Lake, water, and tap is the first recommendation with big sunglasses. Not taking this too seriously, just looking around. Feel free to say hi. Sexy broccoli. Sexy broccoli. Okay, not completed this pic. At least the ages are much more appropriate here. It's not completed profile. Messages. So, from Phil3. Hello, Phil3. Hello, something else. Is Phil your real name? I'm Sam. Nice to talk to you, Sam. Yes, I'm Phil. I hope your surname is free. It sounds so cool. Phil free. Okay. Well, I truly hope it wasn't only my nickname that caught your attention. So yeah, and for the straight profile or the male profile would be better, I guess. He never once sent a message by himself, but here he takes the initiative. No, I quite liked your profile, especially the part where you're open about being bisexual and getting involved in fighting against all kinds of discriminations. It's so different from the others. It made me want to read it several times. It just gave me good vibes, I guess. Oh, I'm going to blush. Thank you for your kind words. Don't be silly, I'm impressed. It's very inspiring. You must be a courageous person. Oh, it's not really brave to be honest with yourself on internet under a pseudonym. I'm only starting to accept myself and it took me quite a while. Really, what specifically made it possible for you? I owe that to the friends I made at the LGBT center in town. I received a lot of support from them, and in the end, I understood I wasn't a weird freak. I had to accept myself for what I am. Haha, you don't need to explain me what LGBT means. I go to the LGBT center in my town as well. Oh, are you bisexual as well? I'll tell you more next time. I have to go. Relatives coming tomorrow. I can't sleep late today. Okay, see you soon. Then, 6 days later. Okay. Yeah. Hey Sam, how are you? Did you enjoy your family time? Hi Phil, I confess I'm not too happy. It really wasn't a good time for me. Oh, what happened? Well, my relatives are quite old school, not really open to LGBT topics, you know what I mean. I do. Did you try to come out and it went badly? Oh no, I won't even try with them. They'd kick me out immediately. Whoa. I didn't get those vibes until now, apparently. Ouch, that sucks. You think they'd be that bothered to have a bisexual daughter? I don't know about that. Maybe they'd accept it, but I don't think they accept the idea that their son is a girl very easily and bisexual as well. Oh, he's much more open than I thought. So, yeah, he is transgender. Okay. Or she now? I don't. Doesn't matter. I see. You didn't tell me you're a trans woman. Sorry, does it bother you or make you upset? Not at all. I'll be the last person to judge you on that, I promise. I've made many trans friends at the LGBT center and I've heard how hard life can be for them. With family for sure, but even more how people look at you and talk about you, as if they all had their say in how you should lead your life, even though they don't know you. Oh, do you have examples? A lot. I have a trans friend who gets asked all the time in the street if she's a woman or a man. Seriously, how should that matter? I have another friend who often gets approached by people who don't know him that well. As soon as they learn he's trans, they ask him about sex. How does it work? It's really not the kind of question you'd ask someone you know nothing about. But since he's trans, there's no need for basic decency. Yuck, it's disgusting. I haven't got a lot of bullshit yet, but that's mainly because I've only told a couple of people. It's difficult to accept and be true to oneself. But the most important person in your life is you. It's complicated. I'm still young, I'm not comfortable in my own skin, and my parents' environment don't know anything. They are not tolerant, and I think I'm the perfect son. So what I'm getting is that maybe him or her. I'm not even sure if he would, if Sam would be preferred to call it a she or him at this point, because he doesn't really know what he is yet. Not sure. Anyway, can't hear me, so doesn't matter. Okay. Then what's the deal with your environment? Have you ever talked to anyone about you? And what I wanted to say is maybe that's also one of the reasons he broke up so suddenly with Melissa. It's probably not only the jealousy, but also really because he might prefer to be with a man actually. Or maybe both, I don't know. Well, more or less, I guess, to some people. Sorry, I don't mean to be intrusive. I just want to help, but we can stop chatting about it if you want. No, it's okay. I like chatting with you. You know how to listen. You make me feel safe. I can't tell my parents they don't love me for who I am, but who they want me to be. That is pretty common, I guess. You know, if you really can't stand your family anymore, there are several LGBT centers that are also offer housing for young people who want a new start. Yeah, I think I see where this is going to. Oh, that's good to know. You have friends to turn on? I mean, people who know you're trans? My best friend Alice knows I can trust her always. Okay. Didn't know she knows. That's so nice to read. Tell me more about Alice. I already like her. I met her not long ago at a games club where I used to go on Sundays. The thing is, I was going to this club as a girl, Samira. I was even wearing a wig. Wow, but that's very brave of you. I'm glad you feel confident to do it. Thanks. Well, I didn't go as well as I expected. In the end, some asshole found out, and now she's threatening to tell the others if I go back. I stopped going there. So that is the reason, not declined interest in books. Oh, that's grim. Don't let us threaten you. I'm so proud of you. And have you tried to seek somewhere else? I mean, apart from the LGBT association and your friend Alice. My friends told me that since a few months ago, there's a new forum for young trans people. There are more and more users and topics every month. This is a link. So this apparently is a way to access our web browser. So we check out that later. Can I just, I can click it. All right. And now we are gone from the app, which I didn't want. Okay. Messages. What's this? What's the first one actually? Okay, where is the link? The link is here. I know the BU. I'm already a member. Maybe I've chatted with some of your friends. Maybe I can tell them to send you an invitation for the VIP section of the forum. Not necessary, thank you. I already got one. Now I'm really curious about what you look like, brave girl. Honestly, I'd really like to see you with a smile, comfortable on your own or under your own wig. Again, only if you want to, of course. I only have one where I think I'm pretty because I have my wig on. I need to look for it too. I erased it from my phone, but I share it on the BU forum. I erased it from my phone, but I shared it on the BU forum. I can search the forum and I find it for you. But only if you send me one of you first. Deal, here it is. This is me. Okay. Sure. Can't download it. You're very handsome, Phil. Thank you very much, my lady. Now it's your turn. Okay. And I can attach a picture to send it to the guy. But I need to find. I need to first find the picture with the wig, which is probably in the BU forum here. We are in the VIP section. Okay, and we need a password. Okay. The theme continues. Okay, let's then continue here first. If we can't access it anyway. From Roland in 89. With a shirtless pic. What are you looking for? Are you interested in meeting? Nice guy here, looking for fun and maybe more. Big too. Yeah. You didn't answer that. Gavilan MX, hey, have a pic. Yeah, that's also a no. From Mirko here. Pretty girl, how are you? I'm very intrigued by your profile. It sounds very suggestive and I wonder who is behind those beautiful words. It's such a pity that you don't have a photo. I'd like to see your eyes and your smile and more. Do you have a webcam? Do you live here? Are you just visiting? I've got a big apartment. From Byron78. My name is Paul and I'm new on this website. I would really like to meet a nice woman who wants to have a life full of love and lot of babies with me. Well, that's not going to work out. I want to have a big family and love my wife forever and have a happy life. I want my wife to be like a princess and I will work a lot for her to make her happy. I'm a good man with a good job and lots of money in the office. I like dates with beautiful women and going to the cinema and good restaurants. I would like a lot to meet you, but now it is not possible because I live in Evikastan, wherever that might be. Give me your email address and I will send you my telephone number so we can talk and like each other. I want to see a photo of your beautiful face. I can also send you my photos with my family. Please answer me. Wow. From Nice Guy. Your profile sounds very interesting. I would love to get to know you better. Fancy coffee. I'm just out of a relationship. Just want to make new friends. With a selfie. And then the welcome message again. So let's check out the forum and try to find the password. Okay, so board rules. This forum has two parts, one public and one VIP. Upon registration, everyone has access to the public part. Feel free to talk about any topic but use it anonymously. Do not give personal information like your real name, home address, and place of work, school, or private data. For that, we've got the VIP section. The VIP section is a place where you can talk about yourselves using your name or not. You can upload photos of yourself, exchange telephone numbers, arrange meetings in person, etc. To access this part, you need a personal invitation from someone who is already there. We try to keep the system strict in order to filter out trolls and hateful people. Thank you for your understanding. From Tessie Star with a cat picture. Okay. Introductions. Hi, this part of the forum is for introductions. Tell everyone a bit about yourself, but make sure you stay anonymous and don't share any photos, address, or any information that might make you easily identifiable. That's what the VIP section is for. Okay, I start off by introducing myself and hope it encourages the rest of you to do it too. I'm Tessie Starr, I'm 22 and I'm a trans woman who's been using hormones for 3 years. For me, the fact that I'm a woman and has always been obvious. Even when I was small, I already wanted to play with dolls and use my mom's makeup. It's always made her laugh. I should probably mention that I'm the youngest in a family of 4 children. And she's only had boys, so she was happy I was interested in the same things to her. Yeah, the mother like, God, another boy. I want to dress someone up and then, hey, yeah, I use you. That's great. I was also lucky enough to grow up in a really open, understanding town and to have a trans aunt who came out way before me and was accepted by everyone in the family. Yeah, that helps a lot for sure. Reading around online, I realized that while coming out for me would be very easy, it wasn't the same for everyone. I was shocked when I saw some statistics, for example, the much higher attempted suicide rate among trans people. Yep, I know that that is the case for sure. That what motivated me to found this forum. I told myself that there were probably other young people around me who might need support and a place to talk, but who couldn't bring themselves to visit an LGBT center in their town and preferred to the anonymity of the internet. Now our girl or guy or whatever writes, hello, I'm Sam Singh. I'm 17. So yeah, I call her she. She registers more or less a year before the events now that are in the calendar and in the messages. I'm 17. I don't really know what I am, and I'm feeling kind of lost at the moment. Let me explain a bit. I come from a town that's not very open. It's quite conservative, really. And I've never met anyone that's openly gay, let alone trans. I didn't even know the word trans for ages until I found it online. I've always thought of myself as a guy, even though I've always hated traditional masculine activities. My cousin, for example, always makes fun of me because I never keep up with sports news. Yeah, tell me about it. I do a lot of sports myself, and I can really push myself as well. But I find watching sports for the most part so boring. It's really, I don't get it at all. Especially if you don't even play the sport yourself. Anyway, That's my take on that. Because of that, I've always gotten on better with girls. They tend to treat me like a girlfriend, telling me all their secrets, and I really like that they treat me like that. My cousin also make fun of me because I enjoy playing the harp. I don't think playing the harp has anything to do with gender or gender identity or whatever. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's perceived for sure a bit more feminine, but it's an instrument. Even manly men can play the harp. Anyway, I loved it ever since I was little. Of course, I'm the only boy at my music school who plays the harp. Then he says so. Hi, I'm he says so, or H says so, and I'm a 20-year-old trans guy. I volunteered a lot at the LGBT center in my town. It's a tiny center because I come from quite an old-fashioned town where it's not exactly well regarded to be part of the LGBT community. And we don't get any funding from the town, so we get by with what we have. Something you seem quite confused. You know, just playing the harp and not enjoying sports don't mean you're not a guy. Yeah, what I'm saying. It's society that tries to make us believe that girls like this and boys should like that, but you're free to like what you want and who you want to, of course. Yeah, many things that are perceived as masculine has nothing to do with being a man, if there even is such a thing. Especially violent things. That's also something I get. I don't think living vegan is perceived as very masculine, but from my point of view, protecting, in at least not participating in violence against innocent animals is more or less the definition that most have about masculinity, protecting weaker ones. That's, at least for me, some part of it. Not that women couldn't do that as well. Anyway, I agree with H says so. That's our something again. But I admit I wasn't completely honest in my first post. I left out some of the story. Last June, there was a concert at my school just before summer vacation. It was super important to me. It was my last year in the music school because I was just about to get my diploma. So, an important concert requiring a certain outfit. We all had identical outfits because all the harpists played together. We had to reuse the same stage costumes that had been used for another school concert several years before, but they only had costumes for girls. So we had to get one made for me as soon as possible. Except that while we were waiting for it, I joked and said that I could play in one of the girl costumes. Of course, the school said no, but the harpist friend, who I'll call V, lent me her concert dress for fun. I tried it on and I don't really know what happened. I might have just been trying it on for a joke, but when I looked at myself in the mirror, something clicked. I kind of understand that actually. While I myself, I'm definitely not trans at all, and I don't go in that direction even a little bit. I'm kind of a bit of jealous on how many options for clothes and stuff women have. They can get so much more creative than the traditional male clothing. So while I don't really desire to dress as a girl, not at all, I still think it's kind of unfair that there's such a bad balance between male and female clothing. Anyway, I can't really say it felt good, more that I felt really confused. Then V said, "Hey miss, you look really pretty." I know she said that to make me laugh, but right at that moment I felt happy. Yeah, I was happy she said that. The sudden intense happiness had suddenly vanished as soon as I realized what it might mean. Anyway, I know that it made me a bit sad when my boys' costumes arrived, and I was a bit disappointed that I wear it for the concert. I don't know where I am. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I want to try dressing as a woman again, but I daren't. Hello, I'm Captain Cupcake. Okay. And I identify as non binary. I'm not going to tell you my age because that's just not something you ask a young non binary person. Something I think what you felt when you tried on your friend's dress was what we call gender euphoria. I never heard that term, but it's obviously what it means. Okay, and it's, well, he described it pretty well himself, without knowing the word, of course. Don't confuse it with gender dysphoria, which is, I guess, the feeling that you don't. So, gender euphoria then should be you're happy you discover that another gender works for you or something like that, and dysphoria is probably the opposite, that you are unhappy in your current gender that you are assigned to or born with. To put it simply, or well, I think in the English language, gender, I think what I'm more talking about is sex and not gender. In German, it's a bit more muddled, and it's the word Geschlecht more or less, and that can mean gender and sex. It's a bit complicated. Language is not easy. Anyway, to put it simply, it's when you feel good doing things that aren't attributed to the gender you were given at birth. So it's generally about the things. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a trans woman. Anyway, it's up to you to define yourself and see what makes you happy. And if you want to dress up again, go for it. Just see where it takes you. Maybe you decide you don't like it. Maybe you love it. And you never want to dress as a boy again. Maybe you feel somewhere in between. Your life lies ahead of you. Grab it by the horns and enjoy it. Then something answers again. Thanks for the great advice, Captain Cupcake. It's a real help. I made the most of my parents being out to try on my mouth's clothes and makeup just to see what happened. And I have to admit it felt good. Okay, so I'm not exactly a stunner, but I've got something. I should mention that I'm pretty androgynous. Anyway, so I think I could pass. I really want to go out and meet people, see if they perceive me as a girl, but I don't care. Cloneato. Okay. At your service. I'm a 19-year-old trans woman. Everyone around me knows and more or less accepts it. While my parents haven't kicked me out, I do often get rude comments, but nothing I can't live with. Something, if you want to go out in the street and see if people perceive you as a girl, here's my advice. Use a well-padded push-up bra. Yeah, tits help, for sure. If you don't have long hair, wear a wig. Don't just wear makeup, wear nail polish and jewelry too. Don't wear too much makeup, or you don't want to look like a paint pot. that also goes for this woman in my from what I see, how I see it. Generally, no one should wear so much paint, so much makeup that that they look like a paint pot. I really don't. I'm not a fan of makeup in general. Don't just use makeup for your eyes and mouth. In this case, actually, it's fine if you want to underline your female side as a trans woman. That is great because clever use of makeup can really conceal the rougher edges of the normal male face. So that's a case where it's fine, but on women, yeah, I'm not much of a fan. You can also use different foundations. Men's and women's faces are quite different shapes. The idea is to play with light and shadow to make your face look like more feminine. Yeah, that's exactly that's what I wanted to say. Exactly. There's lots of tutorials online for sure, and they only got more since 2015. Try to make your voice higher. Nothing betrays you more than a deep voice. I mean, there are women with pretty deep voices, but sure. And last but not least, don't try to go see people who know you as a man when you go out for the first time. Makes sense. Wow, Cloniato, thanks for the advice. I tried to go out today for the first time dressed as a girl. I just wanted to go out of the house and go to the bakery where I don't normally go. But my legs were shaking so much I couldn't even leave my room. It's no biggie. I'm not going to let that stop me. There's a sci-fi convention in my town soon, and I'm thinking that might be the best time to try again. Worst case scenario, if people give me weird looks, I can always say I'm dressed up as some sci-fi character. Yeah, a cosplay, why not? That's a great idea. That kind of place doesn't normally ask for any ID to sign up, so you won't even need to show them any documents to say you're a guy. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I wonder if there's anything else I haven't thought about. I'm too scared. Stay strong. We're all with you. You still want to do it? Yes. I've even ordered a wig online. Then do it and tell us how it goes afterwards. Okay, so I just got back from the convention. It was great. No one gave me weird looks or said anything to me at all. And you won't believe it, but I've even signed up to a board game club that had a stand there, and I used a girl's name too. So that is how got to the board game club, and then someone find out that she is born male, and then shit happened. That's great, well done. It's really encouraging to read that. Would you prefer that we use female pronouns now, or do you want to keep that for when you're with the board game people? Nope, let's go for female pronouns here too. I know I can trust you all anyway. Oh, that answers that question. Help, I know this has nothing to do with the thread, but I'm HeadyBoss17, but I forgot the password to my account. So I've had to make a new one. But my HeadyBoss17 account had access to the VIP section for the forum. So I'd really like to recover my password. And I've already got it wrong twice. I don't want the account to be deleted. Hi, HeadyBoss17, HeadyBoss17 too. Okay, already. Please stop posting in every set. You're flooding the forum. I'm going to answer you and everywhere else you've posted so everyone can see my reply and not worry. If you get your password wrong, your account won't be deleted. You'll get another automatically generated new password that be sent to your email. So, we might be able to use some... Is there... No? I hope there would be a forgot password option. Okay. Well, so we get introductions, then general ranting. This is a rant area where you can rant about all the people who messed up your day. Someone misgendered you, you can't stand your family, someone said something nasty in the street. Whatever it is, if you want to talk about it, this is the place. There's just one rule. Don't just comment on someone's post with something like, but you should have said, done, blah. It's already unpleasant to live with the bad stuff that can happen in our daily lives. Now we can avoid reminding people about how they could have responded better. That would be great. From Zimba. So something happened to me recently. Let me explain. I'm just wearing my hair different for now, waiting to work up the guts to tell my mom that I'm trans. And that thing is that when I was out with her, someone working the store called me sir. She gave me a nasty look and corrected them, gave them a nasty look and corrected them, but personally I was super happy. Whatever you are, man, woman, in the end, people see what they want to see. Haha, that's really cool. For me, it's great when my colleagues make sure they say he when they talk about me. The way they're so careful is really touching. From Burrito-kun. He says so. I came out to a childhood friend a while ago and she took it pretty well. She told me she had nothing against it, that it changed nothing, and that we'll always be friends. And after that, she started to explain her point of view on trans people, like how gender is just a social construct and a societal phenomenon. But for some reason, even 3 years later, she still calls me she. That kind of thing is so frustrating. I used to correct her all the time. I don't anymore, but I feel like it didn't sink in at all. I won't talk about who, but it's something quite famous actually. There is a YouTube channel where someone a few months ago came out as trans, and it actually is really hard to just flip a switch and consider someone a different gender from one moment to the other, especially if that someone looks either very male or very female, and the looks don't change much. So yeah, I mean, 3 years is a bit long, and if you're really a friend, you should make more of an effort. But it's really hard not to slip from time to time if you have perceived someone as a male or female for many years, and you're suddenly it's basically someone else in that sense. So I get it that that can happen. Yeah, but 3 years is a bit long. A few weeks is a normal time frame, I think, until it really sinks in. Anyway, from Poeticon, yeah, people like that who think they know everything can be really annoying. They're not so intelligent after all. To be honest, if it was just a social thing, I'm not sure if we'd even do all these things to change ourselves. It just shows that your friend really doesn't get it, and for her to say something like that. I keep this short, from Simba again. Today I had the pleasure of being used as a token by my best friend. He's one of those, look everyone, I've got a trans friend, I'm the tolerant types. Firstly, I don't necessarily want to announce to the world that I'm trans, and secondly, I just felt like, say, what? I mean, makes sense. If you are trans, the best thing to happen to you is that everyone doesn't see you as trans, but simply you're the gender you want to be perceived as, so as a male or woman, male or female, or something in between from some. So yeah, I get it. What was he thinking? The best bit is people nudging you all evening and saying how it must be so much easier for you to hit on people because you know both sides of the fence. Yeah, we all pickup masters, that's for sure. I mean, there is some truth to that. If you live your whole life as a male or as a female, and then that switches around, you obviously know a bit more of both sides. I get the argument, but there is some truth behind it. Yeah. I mean, I probably would know myself about women if I would have ever worn clothes of women, so maybe. But I also get the frustration. Yeah. It sometimes get comments from friends because I don't know how long they stay friends that tell me not to hit on them because I'm trans. As if I jump on them or suddenly change my orientation just because I'm changing my gender. Yeah, that's some common misconception about gay people in general, that just because, mainly for guys actually. So if a guy is gay, I don't know how common it is, but in the past it was a common cliche that immediately that they jump on the bones of everyone who is also the same gender. But it's of course the same as for male and female relationships. Simply, if you don't like someone, it doesn't matter if it's you perceive if it's the sex you like. So that is kind of stupid. Yeah, think about it. Oh my god, did you hear about the fire at the LBGT center in Melren? Oh, someone set it on fire? Whoa, what happened? Yeah, homophobic scum set it on fire. Fortunately, I've just heard that no one was hurt, and how do you know it was homophobes? I didn't see anything about it on TV. Tell me about it. We all know the media only tells half of the story. Would it kill them to use the words hate crime? Because I can guarantee that's what it was. The firemen have already found that the fire was arson. And for the last 3 months, we've been receiving threats in the mail saying that they set it on fire if we didn't leave town. Wow, I know Melbourne wasn't a particularly welcoming place for the LGBT community, but it's even worse than I thought. I take it from your messages that you were a member of the center. Are you okay? Yes, I volunteer at the center a lot. I'm feeling down. Hey, H, say so. You've given out quite a lot of personal information there that might help someone figure out who you are outside of the forum. Normally that's against the forum rules. I don't want to hustle you, but I just want to make sure forum members feel protected. Tessie Star, don't worry, everyone in Melbourne knows me anyway. And seeing how they are trying to make us all shut up at the moment, I don't want to hide. I want to shout from the rooftops to fight for our rights. No one can silence me. Okay. Well said, Edge, so. And thanks for everything you've done at the center. I hope it gets rebuilt again real quick. I hope so too. Anyone wants to adopt me? I can't live with my parents anymore. Well, that's not a trans exclusive thing. I think there are a lot of people feeling that way. I adopt you, thanks. What happened with your parents? Just a warning, it's a long story, you might want some popcorn. So I've got an older cousin who we never really know well because he disappeared when I was little. And it's been over 10 years since I heard anything from him. His brother and I were always told that he was run off to join a cult, and we never really tried to find out more. Yeah, we read about that. So is he trans or gay or something, and that's why they shunned him and didn't want anything to do with him? Let's see. Last week I found a wedding invitation in the mailbox from his exact cousin, and huge surprise, he's marrying another man. My older cousin, who I haven't heard from over a decade, is marrying another guy. In my family, aka the most homophobic family in the world. Probably not the most homophobic. They even said that it was a good thing that the LGBT center was burned down. Well, maybe they are closer than I thought. So you can see what I mean. I talked about it with my other cousin, his little brother, and he told me that he'd found a wedding invitation in his dad's office too. He got hold of the contact info and called his big brother. Well, as it turns out, the whole cult story told to us by our parents was a complete lie. He never joined the cult. It was his parents who kicked him out the same day he came out to them, and they refused to speak him ever again. That's awful. Wait, what? Why did he invite them to his wedding? I don't understand. Well, sometimes people change. It might have been an attempt by Samsing's cousin to reach out. It's a brave thing to do. Brave but useless. The invite ended up in the garbage, shitty parents. Anyway, I know what's in store for me if I ever decide to come out. Don't think that way, Samsung. Maybe your parents told you that because it's what your aunt and uncle told them. That's what I saw too. Then I talked with them about the invite. It ended up like this. So I saw an invite to cousin X's wedding. And his parents answer, yes, what a disgrace. How dare he invite us to his courteous ceremony. But it's a wedding. What's wrong with that? No, he's not getting married. Marriage is between a man and a woman. What he's doing, it is an abomination. It's a cult of homosexuals. That's not exactly what they said, but you get the idea. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's just stupid. Okay. Okay, your parents sounds awesome. Help! I know this has nothing to do with the thread. Yeah, the Hedy boss guy again. Okay, that's and the same answer. Okay. So coming out. This section is all about coming out. If you've done it and want to talk about it, this is the place. If you haven't dared to try it and you want some encouragement, you've come to the right place too. This is the first time I've visited this kind of forum, so sorry if this isn't the right place to post for this post. But I'm completely lost and I don't know what to do. My boyfriend told me he's trans. I don't understand. I really don't understand. How does someone think that? He's always been very masculine. He plays hockey. He has a big beard. Where did he get the idea that he's a woman? I won't judge any woman with a big beard. Go ahead, girls. Grow some beard. Not to mention that he's got a penis. He said, I have no idea why you would censor the word penis. It's so stupid. I hate censoring in general. He said he's not bothered by his sex, but is he going to cut it off? Well, not exactly. Could be, maybe. He told me he's sure and that he wants to start being a woman at home, but I don't know. I don't understand. I'm scared. Is he going to start shaving and wearing skirts? You can also shave as a guy, and many do it. I do too, occasionally, when I'm not lazy. It's ridiculous. Did he really just mean to say that he's gay but doesn't want to admit it? Is he going to leave me for a man? Whoa there, calm down. There are a lot of questions in your message, so I'm going to try and answer them as the best I can. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on making the offer to come here and ask your questions. That was one of the first things I saw there. While she is confused and scared and something, first thing wasn't to blame him and scream at him or something, but hey, look for help and information. That is a good approach. It's the best way to get some constructive answers from people who understand. I know that you feel lost, particularly because this is the first time you've encountered a transgender person. To start off, take a deep breath. It might not all make sense to begin with, but that's normal. It's complicated for most people. To try and explain the concept of being transgender, simply try to remember this. Sex is between the legs, gender is between the ears. Yeah. That's what I was talking about. By the way, I noticed the music stopped, but I don't care. When we're born, we normally take on the gender that matches our sex. Sometimes it matches, and so we're cis. And sometimes it doesn't match, and so we're trans. Which is the case of the person you're with. It's not the kind of thing that happens suddenly. Trans people normally take years to realize that something isn't right, and then a few more years to clearly identify the source of their problem, their gender. Sometimes it takes less time, but it's still not something that happens overnight. And then you have all the difficulties that come with trying to present as your gender, and all the discrimination you face when you start the transition. Being transgender isn't a choice. It's simply realizing who you really are inside. Coming out is a different thing, however. Some people never tell anyone but that they are transgender for various reasons, but I'm going off topic. With regard to the fears you have over the sex of the person you're with, being transgender doesn't automatically mean undergoing genital operations. Basically, being trans is how you feel, it's your identity, and it doesn't always have to do with how your body works. And what you do or don't do to change it. Someone's gender can be different to the one they were assigned at birth, but they will still be comfortable with their sex. Being transgender just means that a person wants to be recognized by other as the gender they identify with and not the one they were given. So the people you're with has told you that she's comfortable with having a penis. It's not an unusual situation for transgender people. Also, such a huge operation is, for one, really expensive. Hurts a lot, I guess. I had one operation in my life in my face, and that was quite painful afterwards and before, because it was an accident. So even if you want to remove your penis, basically, it still can be something that people won't do because of the risk. And every operation has risks. There was a famous porn star, which I actually have never seen a video of, but I read about her, and she had boob surgery, and she died because of complications with the anesthesia. So if you can avoid having an operation, it always is a good idea, because they are always dangerous. Yeah, so people should keep that in mind. I won't say the risk is super huge, but it can always happen. And for such a long and complicated operation, it's nothing you do on a whim. Also because it's not reversible, and I think many transgender people have their doubts if the decision really is the right one, and it will back and forth for a long time. And that operation should only be done if you're 100% sure, which not many people are, I think. Okay, so where were we? About her wanting to present as woman at home, no one can really answer that for you. It's different for everyone. Some trans women wear makeup, some don't, some dress in a very feminine way with dresses and accessories, others just wear a bra, sit down together and have a talk about it. And finally, gender is very different from sexual orientation. They're two separate things. I don't know anything about the sexual orientation of the person you're with, but she might be homosexual, she might like women, she might be bisexual, or anything in between. It's something else you need to sit down and talk about. It's normal to feel lost in this kind of situation and to have some problems. Generally, the partner of trans people goes through the same stages as grief during their partner's transition. They deny it, become sad, angry. It's perfectly normal. Communication is essential to prevent as many problems as possible in the months or years to come. Good luck with everything. Tessie Star, great answer, HeadyBoss17. It's great to see someone so motivated to give such in-depth answers to others. It's funny that that guy with such a vast knowledge of the topic is also the guy that has his account and password troubles. I'd like to expand on a few points. Not all trans people feel that something isn't right. Sometimes they feel happy with their lives, but realize that traditional elements related to the opposite gender makes them happier. For example, identifying as the opposite gender in an online game or wearing makeup when it comes to trans women. So not all trans people are necessarily unhappy, thankfully. Sunshine, I'd recommend looking for other groups of people who are in the same situation as you. I know that it helped my friend a lot at the time when I came out. You could try out your local LGBT center if there is one, and like HeadyBoss17, I'd like to wish you good luck. It might not always seem that way, but things do get better with time. If you really love your partner, you need to understand that she's going to need very careful attention, and that it's not always going to be easy, because beginning a transition can be very exhausting mentally. One way to help might be to start referring to her using her preferred pronouns. As this person has told you they feel like a woman, it would probably be better to talk about her using feminine pronouns. I agree with flip-flop-flop that we need to be careful not to misgender people. Using the right pronouns is the first stage of acceptance. That's a very similar discussion to what is going on in Germany at the moment, or for quite some time, about gendering in general. I'm not gonna lie, the way gendering is done in language is very clunky, at least in German. And for that reason, I'm not a fan myself to use it in a way, but I fully understand why it is important to do so. It's simply a sign of respect and inclusion. So even if it sucks to use it, simply do it. It doesn't hurt anyone, but it can help a lot of people. That's my take for that one. On the other hand, this person might not want to use feminine pronouns to refer to them. Ideally should ask for what she prefers, of course. Thanks, Tessie Star and Hedibus17. So that's the girls that ask again for answers. I admitted I was really worried when I wrote my first post. I think you've really helped me step back and see things more clearly. I'm still worried though. I'm not lesbian at all. I've always liked men. After him coming out to me, I thought about it and I really can't see myself being with a woman. I love my man, but I don't know if I can love him as a woman. Yeah, that's sure. If your partner changes in a very fundamental way, that can mean that the relationship has to end and that won't work out, and it's totally fair. Yeah, so if a penis is a requirement for you to enjoy sex in a relationship, and that penis goes away, then it's perfectly fine to say no. That is not acceptable for me, and that has nothing to do with discrimination. That is fair and okay, as many other things. But it's also nice if you at least try. That's another big question for the partners of trans people. Unfortunately, no one other than you can answer that one. Maybe you should take some time and wait a while to see them transition and then decide what you want to do in the long haul. If you find you can still love them as a partner, then great. But if it's not the case, it's not the end of the world, really. This person is going through a transition so they can feel better about themselves. They're not doing it to make you uncomfortable or make you unhappy. Everyone has their preferences, and if you're straight and it doesn't work out for you, there's nothing you can do about it. If that's the case, the best thing to do is separate. Yeah, what I'm saying. And it's no one's fault. Through their transition, though their transition is going to take a lot of kindness and understanding on your part, don't forget that you have needs too, and you need to look out for your own well-being as well. It's awful not to know, but take the time to think about it. Whatever happens, the right decision is the one that makes you happy and will work out somehow. In any case, that's our protagonist again. I really hope it all goes well for you, sunshine. Personally, I wouldn't even dare to come out to my girlfriend because I'm sure she'd never accept it. I already tried to mention to her once that I was wondering about my sexuality and that I thought I might be attracted to guys and girls, and she told me that it was impossible, that you either had to be straight or gay, and if it was gay, that it was something that needs fixing. Yeah, she's talking about Melissa. That might be the, apart from jealousy, that actually might be the main reason for that separation. So I think telling her I want her to think of me as a girl isn't even worth the effort. But you never know if you don't. Try, I'd say. Well, the way your girlfriend thinks is shit. Of course, you can be bisexual and like guys and girls at the same time, or even non-binary people. And thinks that being gay is something that needs to be fixed seriously. Why on earth are you with her? I'm really, really straight. I don't think I have anything homosexual in me. But I also think it kind of sucks in a way, because You got double the opportunities if you're bisexual. From a purely numbers perspective, it's better. Anyway, she's got plenty of good qualities apart from that. Yeah, but still, how can you be with someone who can't accept you for who you are? It's complicated. I prefer not to talk about it here. One thing, maybe she's hot. I mean... Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, I won't push anymore. I don't understand. What's the difference between bi and trans? I repeat, gender is very different from sexual orientation. Gender is what you are. Sexual orientation is what you are attracted to. You might be trans and be attracted to men or women or both or none. Being trans has nothing to do with sexual orientation. It's like saying, I'm trans, so I must like cupcakes. It's just silly. Everyone has preferences. There are people who aren't trans who like cupcakes. Trans people who don't like cupcakes or vice versa. Who doesn't like cupcakes? From Captain Cupcake, yeah. Hi everyone. I finally worked up the courage to post after lurking here for the last few weeks. Let me introduce myself. I'm Nee and I'm 15 and I love cupcakes. I'm posting here because, well, I don't like being a boy. Nope, that's not right. I don't feel like a boy. I don't really know what I am, but I know that calling myself a guy makes me feel weird. I know the word trans because of something I read that explained what LGBT means, but I'm still a bit lost. To be trans, do I have to transition and become a girl completely? Because while I don't feel comfortable being a boy, I also don't feel happy telling myself I could be a girl either. Help! Oh, finally, a post I feel like I can answer. First of all, hiya. Pleased to meet you. Well done for working up the courage to post here. And don't worry about it. Some people lurk for months. You only took a few weeks. In fact, you really remind me of myself. I was born with a vagina, but I don't feel like a girl. And I don't feel like a boy either. I'm sort of in between, something we generally call non-binary. So I'm not a man or a woman, but something between the two. I don't really have a problem with someone mistaking me for a girl on the street, and most of my friends use female pronouns. But some days I dress very masculine with a binder to hide my breasts and sometimes even a false beard. Just go real one. Women can do it too sometimes. And I use masculine pronouns. It depends on how I feel that day. I'm not a woman, I'm not a man. In the end, I'm just me. So maybe that's what you're feeling. If that's the case, then welcome to the club. And as I said, the typical male traits, I never really understand that either. That stuff like, you must be a man, you must do that and that and that and be that way. So in a way, I can relate to that, even if I'm not trans or even if I'm totally straight. I also like to cry at games, and I don't. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I also think having the confidence to admit something like that and stay by it is actually quite masculine in the traditional sense how it's understood. He says so. It's good to see Captain Cupcake. So excited. I think I've got a few things to add to your response. Gender isn't some kind of switch with boy on the side and girl on the other. Even me, a trans using hormones and going through a mastectomy operation to remove breasts, I don't feel 100% a man. I'm close and identify as one and present myself as a man, but not 100%, that's all. There's no good or bad way to be trans. It's all about finding your comfort zone, both for the gender you identify with and the gender you present to others. You might feel very feminine, but present as a man and use he in your daily life. It's about what you're comfortable with. So you're probably not 100% a man, but it doesn't mean you have to be 100% a woman either. And even if you're a 100% woman, you don't have to take hormones or have an operation if you don't want to. Take your time, explore your gender and your identity, and see where it takes you. If in the end you realize that you identify as non-binary, cool. You can talk about it with people here, like Captain Cupcake. If you realize that you're more female, that's also cool. You can also talk about it with people here. Do you have any questions? Woo! I didn't think I'd get such good answers so quickly. Thank you both, you're great. They really captured the use of smileys in that age, like 15. Reminds me a lot of myself. That's really the texts in general are really authentic. That could really be forum posts, some forum posts here. I still feel lost, but it's reassuring to know I'm not alone. So now I'd like to ask something else. I think I want to explore my more feminine side, but I have no idea how to do it. Any suggestions? I want to start off small. I'm not exactly going to go out in a dress and heels tomorrow or anything. Yeah, be careful with the heels. You might face plant actually. Never tried one. But if it's anything like walking in my cycling shoes, be careful. I don't have any case. Yeah, that too. I don't think you need to look far for that. If you have friends who are open to it, or if you have a mom or sister and you're able to borrow their stuff quietly enough for them not to notice, I can't recommend stealing your relatives' clothes or borrowing them. I get it, but please don't steal clothes. You could ask him if you borrow nail polish or makeup. For example, you could wear it for a few hours or a day or even a weekend and see how you feel. After that, I guess you could try wearing some feminine clothes. That's about as far as my it is gonna for now. Does anyone else have any suggestions? Something. A push-up bra or a wig. Anyway. It's got nothing to do with that, but since we're in the coming out section, I wanted to tell you what happened to me yesterday. I had some really bad news and I really needed to talk to someone. I went to see my best friend so Alice, who I've always presented myself as a girl, and who has no idea I'm a trans lady. I told her my story, she really listened, and then I finished off with telling her that I'm trans. I was expecting some awful reaction, but she was super understanding and really cool about it. It made me so happy. I'm still on high. So that is also why why Alice is in general so important to Sam. So I've made a big decision. It's my birthday at the end of the month, and we're throwing a big party to celebrate my 18th. All my family is going to be there, and I think I'm going to take the chance and announce my news to everyone. Will be there, Alice will be there too, so I have someone to support me. And then they give him a big fat superbike for a present. Yeah, women use motorcycles too, but in general, that's I guess it's a pretty typical male present. Well, not a typical present at all because it's really expensive, but yeah, that's something you would more present to males and females, I think. Wow, that's really brave, something. Maybe a bit too brave. Don't you think it might be better to tell them one at a time when it feels right, rather than putting yourself under a huge amount of pressure like that? It might put a downer on your birthday party. Okay, I admit I'm saying this right now because I'm caught up in the moment. I wait and see. Sorry for this annoying message, but do you have any advice to help me come out to my friends and family? There are no annoying questions. Apart from the password guy, apparently. I would say that you can also ask a professional for advice if you think you really need it. It can be useful to get support in cases like that. If you don't want to do that, some people recommend starting by writing down the keywords and phrases that sound good. Some people come out with a letter, email because they feel more at ease that way. Others do it directly for people close to them. it depends on how you feel, I guess. For people close to you, the immediate family, I think it would probably be best to do it one by one or group by group, like both parents together if possible. It depends a lot on you, the people around you, and what seems easiest for you. And it won't be easy, but try to stay open to the questions that people will ask, even if you find it hard. Thank you. I think the first thing I do is get it all written down. That can also make sense in that case that you are thinking about how you are saying it, and you can read it out loud to see if it sounds good when you actually say it before you say it. Have something, it's your birthday soon, isn't it? Good luck for your coming out. Oh, wait up a sec. Really, why? Go take a look at what I posted in the run section, you'll understand. Oh yeah, I see. Good luck anyway. Help! I know this has nothing to do... Okay, the password guy again. Okay, so let's see how long that is. Okay, I'll make a break here because it's getting long, and I will need some time. This game won't be really much longer, I guess. I think the ending will come somewhat soon, but it's also too long to continue for now. So next time we continue with the hormones and operations section and try to find the password to the VIP section here to continue. So have a nice day and goodbye.